Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Let me double check, make sure my mic is hooked up. It is. So somebody just commented about this. Hey, Tony, can you speak on long distance relationships? I said, okay. Have spoke on it before. Person say they didn't see it, and y'all got to forgive me because my camera ain't set up straight with my thing behind me. But my light's so bright in here, so I'll be in the dark. Just ignore that. But want to touch on this, and of course we do have on Destiny app where you could talk long distance. So if you're not opposed to not, being further than 60 miles apart or 99 kilometers, then you could turn on the long distance, which I recommend in the beginning, especially. And also, too, somebody was like, "Oh, it's 9.99 a week." That's the cost of dating apps. Cost of dating apps. So, but it's also $99 a year. So you got to think about it. Like it'd be better to wait till you get $100, so you could just do the whole year. But also you could use it for free without. That's the pro features that costs, but it's also free to join. So get on Destiny app, and might be where you meet your long distance partner. But those of y'all already in long distance relationships, what I want to talk to you about and what I want you to think about are the pros and cons when it comes to long distance. Now, the first thing that I want to put out there that I gotta help y'all understand is that long distance is harder for men than women. And the reason why is because men are visual creatures, men are physical creatures. So we like to see, we like to touch. And although the heart grows fonder with absence, it is harder for men because we are more physical on average. That may be the case for some women too. If you love to cuddle, love to hug, love to touch, love physical touch, then it'll be hard for you as well. The benefits of long distance is you are forced to be friends. You're forced to fall in love with one another's mind, personality, conversation, and that matters most. So that is a benefit of long distance. The other benefit is absence makes the heart grow fonder. So being able to talk, you making love to the mind. Love making is really communication. It's conversation. It's not the physical bumping and grinding. Love making really is mental. The largest sexual organ is the brain. So when you sitting there caked up on that phone, what in college they used to call phone boning, didn't know what that was. Ugh, nasty. Then you falling deep. You remember those conversations you were having conversation? I mean, in high school and you on the phone, y'all only got to see each other at school, and then you at home and you on the phone if you was allowed to talk on the phone. And especially if you mess around and have that 4 hour phone call and y'all just talking. It's like you fall deep. That's how you have a high school sweetheart right there, having them phone calls. I mean, I used to go to bed on the phone by midnight. I'm on the phone. I think my mom and daddy was just happy, that I wasn't gay because that's how some parents look at it. Because some parents be so afraid, so fearful that their son end up liking men that if you talk to a girl, they just like, hey, well, just be quiet, cause man, such and such son in the boy. Hey, be happy that boy talking to a girl. And that's how my daddy used to be. Honestly, that's how I am. But neither one of my sons are talk about girls like that. They so focused on sports and video games. It's like the girls like it's like an afterthought with that new generation. But me, boy, back then, boy, we used to be chasing that tail, boy. And so what you have to realize is that that's what the long distance does. The other part of the long distance that's a benefit is you appreciate your time together more because obviously it's less frequent. So you seeing each other once a month, once every 6 months, once a year, depending on how far apart that you are. So that's another benefit is you really, really make use of your time together. Now, on the cons side of things is the faithfulness. It's hard to be faithful when you don't have somebody that you're with that you check in with every day. Like it's it's a lot easier to cheat when you can go home and you don't have to worry about somebody coming over or living with you and being able to see your phone every day. Like, it's extremely hard to cheat when you live with somebody. So you got to think about that. And one of the things I want you to be mindful of is that, being that men are physical creatures, visual creatures, a man is more likely to get into a little situation with a little local honey when he's in a long distance relationship. A man is more likely, but guess what? Women do it as well, because they want somebody they could see in person. They want somebody they can hold hands with, go to the movie with. So one of the cons is that sometimes a long distance relationship, if it's not super duper duper connected, a person could just see it as like novelty. It's like a trophy on the shelf. It's like just something, a notch in the belt, just something that you have, but you don't really take it seriously. And you're not really doing what you're supposed to do. Me and my personality would absolutely suck at long distance relationships. Forgive me if I said long term. At long distance relationships, if it's longer than like a month, I would be terrible. But like in person, I'm able to be faithful to my wife. I see beautiful women every day, but I'm able to make a choice to be faithful to my wife. If I was in a long distance relationship, just with my personality and how I'm built, I can't really see that faithfulness. Listen, I'm about to be drinking the olive oil. I'm about to be then take my little bit out and put that cross on my head and just be sitting there praying. I'm about to be intercede in the Holy Spirit. You hear me? I'm about to be speaking in tongues all day long. Because I would struggle. And a lot of women don't believe that. A lot of women don't want to hear that. But guess what? I coached a woman one time who got her bike broke. Her man was away, and a co-worker broke her bike, started digging off in her. So I want y'all to understand, it happened both ways now. It happened both ways. And so it will go down. It will go down. And men cheat, women cheat. In my experience, men cheat more. Men cheat for much less of a reason. And that's just the reality. Now, if it wasn't, I hate that that's the reality. I wish I could say the opposite, but I can't. I just got to be straight up with you. And so a long distance relationship is not ideal for a man. You really want to close that gap as often as possible. If y'all can see each other. And what I consider long distance is a drive that's longer than 4 hours. A 1 hour drive, 2 hour drive, that's not long distance. Like, man, we eat that road up. We could get there, get back. Even 4 hours. That's why I say longer than 4 hours. But even like from where I'm at in Florida to Atlanta is a 7-hour drive, 7-8 hour drives. Even that, I'm thinking like, I had a girlfriend in Atlanta and I was living in Florida. And one time she made me mad, and I drove right up there to get and confront her in person. So that's what you got to understand about men now. It's like, yeah, honestly, now it would get hard, and that car does have to be good, and you do have to have some good money, either for a flight. Now I'm gonna be sitting in row 34 right there by the lavatory smelling doodle and fumes, but that flight you might could make happen for $179 round trip. If the drive would be 7-8 hours and that flight is just like an hour and a half, you might can make that happen now, but you got to have that money, got to get picked up by your girlfriend, boyfriend, what have you. Y'all, honestly, long distance, you should go half on the flight. And if y'all can afford a flight out of y'all check, going half on the flight, because y'all in it together, y'all building together, you want to get married. It's not fair to just put it on one person. If both of y'all make the same amount of money or pretty equal income, it wouldn't be fair. And you got to get outside of that. We're in a new world today. Like, women are not helpless anymore. Women are not broke anymore. And the thing about it, what y'all realize, where men used to pay for everything and men used to do everything and all of that, that's because women could not vote. Women did not have rights. Women did not have a voice. Women did not have money. So it wasn't just about chivalry. The chivalry was never a thing. Women were always squashed. Women were always mistreated and done wrong. It wasn't about chivalry. It was about control. It was about men fearing a woman's mind the same way white people feared the mind of black people. And that's why black people was made slaves. But now that we free and we could talk, you see how dynamic and how prolific we are. And now you realize why they took our voice away. The same thing with women. Women can work now, women can grind now, and now they running multi-million-dollar companies, billion-dollar companies. And now you see why men fear women. So understand this, ladies. If you with a man that you could see as your husband and you make 70,000 a year, or you make more than he make, but y'all are a team and y'all are building, don't let this stuff they be talking about online to where, oh, he a bum or he not a good man if he won't pay for every flight. Honest with you, men don't even make what women make no more. Men just not even on the same level like that no more. Like, it's totally different today. And so you got to realize and understand that. Realize and understand that. And so this the thing is, you got to, just really see and understand and just know that the long distance is not easy. Now, here are some tips that I'm gonna give you. And I'm doing this off the flow, off top of the dome. I ain't got no notes or nothing, so you add to it. But here's some tips with the long distance. You don't want to just focus on phone. When it comes to communication, unless your partner is under the sea, in the Navy, or in the Air Force, or over in Iran in the service, boots on the ground, then you need to talk every single day. You cannot miss a day on a long distance relationship. You have to talk every day. You have to talk a minimum of 1 hour a day. And you need to be on FaceTime. You need to be on FaceTime. Now, yes, listen. I'm going to tell y'all something. You cannot trust the internet. So you're on FaceTime playing with y'all self. Somebody watching you. I do not buy the encryption. Whatever could be coded could be decoded. Somebody is watching you do that, what you doing on that camera. I'm gonna just say it like that, because that's what Ed Snowden told us. You're being watched. You putting on the show for the whole CIA office, and they watching you. And so why you got your legs open, freak Nick, you need to say that for in person, because you getting watched and you putting the show on. So me and my wife, when we're apart from each other, we don't send no pictures. We don't do none of that. It's just because you can't trust the stuff. And so realize and understand that you're being watched. So you need to get on FaceTime, though, once a day. Y'all need to talk. And I'm going to give y'all another tip that's going to really help you. This is different. A lot of people don't think to do this. You need to write a handwritten letter every week. Same way people in jail have to do, the same way people who was deployed and didn't have a phone back in the day, write a handwritten letter every week. The mental development that it does when your hand is moving across that paper with that pen or that pencil, you falling deeper in love doing that. Reading what was handwritten for you, you falling deeper in love doing that. Having to go from brain to hand to pen to paper, it's really etching your feelings in your spirit. You writing it upon the tables of your heart, really. So the handwritten letter, not typed letter, the handwritten letter needs to be done once a week. Need to do that. Another thing that you got to do is you have to create an accountability system. So y'all need to work out at the same time. If your work schedules are the same, you need to go work out at the same time. You need to sit down and hit play on Netflix to watch a show or a movie together at the same time. You need to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the same time. You need to share pictures of your meals so that you holding each other accountable, so that you can't be eating Popeyes and they eating couscous and salmon. And so that's what you need to create, that because it creates a bond. And then anything you can share it. Share each other location, share each other's on MyFitnessPal or whatever it is, all the different little apps. Share with each other so you have accountability. You need to have accountability. And if you really want to build trust, then share each other password on the Netflix, share with each other email addresses, like all of that, to really just be like, hey, and I'm gonna tell you, especially if you're a man, this is what I'm gonna tell you to do. Be like, hey, can you help with my email? Like emails and stuff be coming in for work. Can you add my email to your phone? And just, if you see something and that you don't hear me mention, I didn't bring it up, you just ask me, hey, did you see that email from such? Just something like that. And and I'm gonna add you to my Instagram, and so that you could see my Instagram, see my messages and stuff like that. Sometimes I might miss stuff, and use that right there to build trust. And if you don't have anything to hide, it should be no reason why you can't do that. If you don't have nothing to hide, it should be no reason now. Come on now. Want to do that? That's too much. You can't trust me. You don't need to be with. You can't trust me. Listen, you need somebody to have accountability with and to be off in there. Because what if somebody hit you across the head? What if you mess around, fall out dead? Whether they ain't nobody got no access to you. But if you got your girlfriend, fiance, whatever, got some access, she could see last time you was on Instagram, see last time you was on whatever. But guess what? It builds trust, it builds chemistry, it builds the relationship, it creates honesty, and it just lets her know I'm all in. Because it's human nature to cheat, it's human nature to lie, it's human nature to deceive. And while you long distance, you're gonna meet a hot woman. You're gonna meet some beautiful, cute, sexy, fine, whatever you want to call it. You're going to meet those women. So what you need to do is put systems in place to help you be accountable and stop worrying about it being like overstepping the bounds, because you should have nothing to hide. Building a long distance relationship is actually the most beautiful, sweetest thing that we could have. It's the best thing we could have, because it lets you know you get along with this person. You ain't putting hard wood in her. You communicating with her. You talking to her like you like her mind. You like her personality. You like her character. You like her conversation. Like that right there lets you know that y'all could be best friends and you could stand the test of time. I'm gonna be honest with you. Me and my wife, we get along a lot better when I'm gone. When I'm on the road, we get along a lot better. We don't get along bad when we in person. We get along good when we in person, but it'd be even better when I'm gone. When I'm gone, we talk even more. It'd be like, man, but you know what it does? It's good for humans because we're not meant to be codependent. So it's good for humans because now you have some separation. You have some space. You got you a little bit of space to where now you boom, 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 boom. Like for instance, if my wife go to the bathroom, that's in our room. Yes, it's a little bit of a walk into the bathroom. You go in the bathroom and you walking, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 feet, whatever it may be. And then you turn a little corner, which a few feet, and then you walking bike a few feet to the toilet. But if stomach aching up and I'm sitting in the bed and she go to that bathroom, stomach aching up, I'll be in the bed like, what's going on? Machine Gun Kelly in there. And that has never happened. But imagine trying to get in there, trying to seep it out. Stomach toe up now. Got that air on your stomach. You trying to seep it out. Trying to keep that thing from thumping. But now, when you long distance, you get to go sit down, just plot down. You got the symphony in there. You got drum line. All of that right there. It's like, listen, that could turn somebody's stomach. So that right there, that separation, and then for y'all freakniks, some of y'all freakniks, and we're gonna get down to the real now. You ain't supposed to do this. But some of y'all be in a relationship, have your ankle behind your earlobe, but still don't be getting no release. Well, when your person gone, y'all like to touch on yourself. That's what you into. I don't condone it now, but I can't change y'all grown folks, with your nasty fingers. But that's another perk. You got the space and the place and the room to have your. I seen a little thing on Netflix last night. They got a documentary on Netflix called Pleasure. I say, this is disgusting. Bunch of women talking about touching themselves. I say, boy, we going to hell. You're not we, y'all going to hell in a handbasket. Y'all with gasoline draws on. Y'all doing a documentary on touching yourself. I said, boy, we down bad, boy. When we got to do this, it's like that be private. I'm like, yeah, I'm just, feel so good to not be shame about it. No, you need to be shame about it because that's nobody's business. We don't need you to come out on a documentary talking about you fingering yourself. That is private information. Like, okay, you have a great time. You got your AC down low, got your candle lit, your soft milk. So who cares? Why you had to tell us that? Now we can't even let you fix our food at the office potluck because you down there juicy fingered. It's like, what? That private information. And why y'all got to promote that? Okay, that's what you want to do. I see these women on these podcasts on a woman out to touch herself. Man, touch yourself and let her decide what she want to do with herself. She got a thing. She got to wipe it every day. If she want to touch it, she could decide to touch it. Why are you promoting this? This have nothing to do with nothing. You out here promoting because you feel guilty. You know why you feel guilty? That's the Holy Spirit. That's the Holy Spirit. People didn't realize that your spirit feels guilty because it's not something you're supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be saved for the chemistry between spouses. Because if you learn how to manipulate your own body, you mess up the relationship for your spouse because they can never touch you the way you touch you. Vice versa, the same with a man. A woman could say, oh, I'm finna do this for you. If he done mastered it himself, he gonna be frustrated, and vice versa. And that's what we don't understand, the trick of the enemy. So listen. So yeah, some people could see that privacy, but what I'm saying is that privacy really shouldn't be about all of that. It really shouldn't be about all that. That privacy should be about being able to fart in the bed. That's what the privacy should be about. Being able to fart in the bed without being judged, and let that little funk come up that cover and it hit your nose. You about to kill yourself without somebody else having to smell that. And so that's what the world going on out there now. That's what it ought to be about. Nothing more. It shouldn't be about, oh, we loaned this so I could cheat, I could do this, I could do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. So understand that right there. Understand that right there. So listen, long distance is not ideal. It's not what you want to do if you don't have to. But if you have to do it, you can make it work. FaceTime every day, hour a day, handwritten letter every week, and then virtual dates. Literally can get on FaceTime and watch a movie together, or you could be on the phone with your AirPod in one ear, watching a movie together, falling in love with each other. Both pop popcorn, get your glass of wine, whatever it is, like have a date. You literally can have a date. You could be creative and say, hey, let's both go to such and such restaurant, set a thing for the same time, put our headphone in, and go on a date together. Yes, it's lame. Yes, it's corny, but you have to create connection when you long distance. Like I actually do that. Like when I'm on the road and I go and I'm in the hotel and I go downstairs to eat, I'm on the headphone. I get this kind here, the wired ones, and I be right on there talking to my wife while I'm sitting there eating. Talking to my wife like, oh, hey, we're on a date. And guess what? My wife is one person now. This is the most amazing thing. I'm telling y'all this little secret from a male perspective. My wife has never, like, I could count on one hand in the thousands of conversations I done had with my wife on the phone. I count on one hand how many times she said, okay, I'm gonna let you go. I need to go to bed. Like whenever I'm on the phone with her, like it is the sweetest thing in the world. She will sit on that phone. As long as I want to be on that phone, she will be on that phone. And I don't know if I don't know if that's every woman, but it could be. But I just be like, I be on the phone, I be ready to get off the phone. Like, so I kind of be waiting on her, and I guess she be waiting on me. But I be waiting on her to be like, yeah, I gotta go. Like, I'm gonna let you go. I'll be ready to get off the phone. Like, oh wow, I'm all on Instagram. I'm all in the comments on YouTube. Like, I'm doing everything. Huh? But we already married. We already been together. But it's like when you dating and all of that, when y'all building, that phone time really make a big difference. So think about that. Think about that. Get your spirit. Get it in your spirit and know that. Now listen, I'm gonna tell you this too. Now, at the 12-month mark, somebody need to be planning to make a move. Y'all, you got to get over yourself. And you may have to be the person that gives 101 while they giving 100, meaning you may have to be the bigger person. Do not fear that. Do not fear being the bigger person. Don't fear it. Like, get out there and do what you have to do. If you got to be the bigger person, be the bigger person. Like, make that right there happen. Because it is what it is. It just come with the territory. It comes with the territory. Make it happen. Don't get caught up trying to, I don't want to move. I got so much going on. This, my job that. Get your transfer. Find the same industry. And I'm gonna tell you, like, the woman should move for the man. I'm just telling you, based on the personality differences, the woman should move for the man. The only way the woman should move is the woman is just far more established with her job, her career, where she at, what she made, what she do, the situation she in. And then the man is not anywhere near that, then the man need to move, bro. Pack on up and move, my boy. Get over your ego, get over all of that right there, and make that move now. Because if I'm a man and I'm dating a woman and she a doctor, she got an amazing situation, or she a nurse, or she a business owner, or she a lawyer, or she got an amazing situation in like a non-transferable type of corporate job, or like a super booming business, man, I'm packing up and moving. Or if I do HVAC, if I'm a high school basketball coach, if I'm working sales, you can do that anywhere. So that's where it's a little different situation. But other than that, men want to lead, men want to provide, men want to be situated, stable, be able to get the house and pay the bills and all of that. So if at all possible, and you the woman, don't be afraid to make the move. Do not be afraid. But hey, if you're looking for you a long distance relationship, your relationship at all, get on datesintheapp.com. We need your support. And yes, it's only $99 for the entire year. And that's the pro version. You could use it for free. So that's the pro features, $99 for the whole year or $9.99 a week. So of course, the obvious better deal is the year. And so we did that because this is slow, this is intentional, and we want you to make a commitment. We don't want you to just get on there for 2 weeks and be like, oh, I ain't meeting nobody, don't leave. We also don't want you to get on there, hook it up to a credit card or account, and then funds run low, and now you got an overdraft. Now you got to be writing in line, talking about you was defrauded, and then you messing up our business. So get on there, get on there for free. Go check on it. You go to the site, click on pricing, see what it is. Tell every single man you know about it. We need all the good men in the world. Now, see, this is the thing too, y'all. We're gonna have more women than men for some time. So what that means is your profile need to be strong. Your picture need to be strong. Whereas every other dating app, the major dating apps, is way more men than women. For us, it's gonna be the opposite because it's my audience, my brand, and me being a relationship coach. The other apps were just started by people who want to start an app and make money. This app is by someone who has cultivated and built an audience over a decade, teaching on love and relationships, which more women subscribe to that teaching than men. So the thing about it is, so it's going to be inverted than other dating apps. So, hey, think about this. God bless you. Keep your head up. Keep going. And we'll be in touch. All the important links in the description. Thank y'all for the support, too, for the Boys Summer Program.